Alright, part 2 of Buugeng Basics, looking at the popular wrist movement. I'm going to give you a couple of tips that will help break down this motion. It will help to have someone help you, actually. So working in pairs in this exercise works quite well. Holding the Buugeng from this position, you can see that I have 4 fingers on top and my thumb on the bottom. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have another person. I don't have anyone here, so I'm just going to pretend that my other hand is someone else, and they are going to pull the Buugeng through the motion. Now when they do this, you have to make sure, as the person holding the Buugeng here, to keep your fingers positioned in the same place throughout an entire rotation. So the other person pulls your Buugeng through the motion, and as that person does so, you have to move either your elbow, shoulder, wrist, hand, whatever you have to do to get yourself all the way through an entire rotation. So let me show you what that looks like all the way through again. Remember, this is a different person. So this person is pulling you through. I'm pinched. I haven't changed where my fingers are on the Buugeng. This person's pulling me through a full rotation. Again, my fingers, the same. At this point, usually the harder point for people when they're just beginning, I have to move my body a lot. But my fingers are still in the same place. They haven't changed at all. This is a good exercise for just getting yourself to recognize the importance of your wrist, your elbow, your shoulder, and the rest of your body in order to do this motion. Up close, you can see that my hand does slide a little bit. Let's take a look at a different perspective. So, the same motion. Notice how when we start this motion, even from here, my hands are pointed directly away from my body. Let's look from this perspective, away from my body. That's how the beginning of the motion starts. Okay? Look how much my body, my shoulder, my elbow, and my wrist are moving throughout this motion, especially when I try and keep my fingers in the same place the whole time. So here it goes. I have to move a lot of my body. Everything is moving with the motion of the Buugeng. You can even go so far as to really step out of the way to make this motion happen when you're first learning it. From this perspective, look at what it looks like. You can't really tell that the Buugeng is moving forwards and backwards without really paying attention to the idea that it looks like this from a different perspective. From this perspective, it still looks like it's moving on a flat plane. A lot of people like to really extend their arm as much as they can and just use their wrist to do the whole motion, which is possible. But for me, it's just too strenuous on my shoulders, elbows, and wrists when I can just do it relaxed, closer to the body. It feels graceful. It doesn't strain on any joint. So practice moving your body a lot in the beginning. And again, practice keeping your fingers pinched where they are. So I'm just going to do a quick demonstration of the reverse direction. So we did this motion first, but now we're going to reverse it. So the motion starts with, again, hands pointed away from my body. And if you have a friend to help you, great. That works very well. You can keep your fingers in the same place and move your body as much as you can to make sure that the Buugeng stays in a flat position. By flat, I mean very flat from this perspective. It looks very thin to you. You don't want it to look like that. You want it to be very straight. Even if you move it left and right, that's the forward direction. Let's look at the other direction. Even if I move my body a lot, the Buugeng is still staying very flat when you look straight down the blade. I'm making a lot of effort just to show you right now that you can still spin the Buugeng without moving your fingers at all. You just move your body a lot more. And I think that's important in the beginning to get used to. Again, from this perspective, there we go. It goes. My body's moving a lot. I find that most important. Hope that helped. Good luck.